last week we talked about the first in this franchise, and now we're talking about the third in the franchise. But today we're talking about the high-flying, action-packed thriller that is BIOSHOCK Infinite. There's a reason for me talking about BIOSHOCK Infinite second instead of third, because at the end of this video I'm going to be adding a spoiler tag that will just flesh out this whole series together. BIOSHOCK as a series is just fascinating in how you have to replay these stories again to fully understand the meaning after you finish BIOSHOCK 3. But because I'm only going to be talking about these for the next 3 days, let's go into it today. BIOSHOCK Infinite starts with Booker DeWitt being rowed towards a lighthouse. Not the same lighthouse in BIOSHOCK 1, but a very similar looking lighthouse in BIOSHOCK Infinite. He's tasked with the mission to go and find a girl named Elizabeth and bring her back. Little does he know that where he is going is essentially the city in the skies. Set in 1912, he is shot into the sky to a city called Columbia, a steampunk world where the ruling class, no, not even so much that. It was a city created for almost the same foundation as BIOSHOCK's 1 Rapture, where a man named Comstock
What did he say?
creates the city for people of a certain color to do and be how they want and live your life, do the religion that you want, live the life that you want. This haven for humanity, essentially. But as we've seen in BIOSHOCK Infinite, the city is falling into duress like Rapture. Booker has just entered into the world of Columbia, where the ruling class have been ruling for far too long and the lower class has been stepped on for a little bit too long. A civil war is on the break. He is still tasked with saving Elizabeth, but he is also now tasked in being a part of the rebellion. Because this is a city in the sky, you would expect some way for you to traverse without just walking everywhere, taking a balloon. In comes the Skyhook, where you're allowed to travel the sky on Skyrail. This super fun, high-speed way of getting around, where you carry around this hook that attaches to a rail system that you can not only use to get around, but also use to ambush your enemies. It's super fun. You feel like an assassin just flying out the sky, killing and executing people. Unlike the other games, you're only allowed to carry around 2 weapons. There are 14 different weapons that you can have in this game. You can only carry 2 weapons at any given time, plus your Skyhook, which is a melee weapon. So, as we run down the wiki list, we have the Brainstormer RPG, a projectile gun-based weapon. Then we have the Bird's Eye Sniper Rifle, a sniper rifle, a broadsider pistol, a China Broom shotgun, a Huntsman's carbine, a paddle worker handgun, a pepper mill crank gun, a pig flank volley gun. What are these names? The Skyhook, a triple R machine gun, an air grabber, a hand cannon, a Tommy gun, a shotgun, a carbine, a radar ranger, an air grabber, a version of the Skyhook, a hand cannon, a crossbow, a radar ranger, and a shotgun. That was a lot. There are 12 plus the 2 additional weapons, the 2 additional being the Skyhooks. That's a lot of weapons. Along with your weapons, you're allowed to upgrade virtually everything in damage, abilities, piercer rounds. The BIOSHOCK Classic, your superhuman abilities, now called Vigors. They basically do the exact same stuff as the original BIOSHOCks, with superhuman abilities like setting things on fire, freezing things, causing electricity from your hands, levitating things. It's super self-explanatory what these abilities do. Each thing is powered by your mana pool or vigor bar or salts in this case, because because the any way that you can get this is at salt-based foods. Let's not even talk about gameplay. Let's talk more about the graphics, because coming from BioShock 1 and 2 with the older style cel-shaded look, run-down city under the sea, the brightness and the openness of Colombia, you can feel the atmosphere. That's what the literal atmosphere of this game is, so profound when you play it. It's nothing like I've ever played before. BioShock does atmosphere really well. I mean, BioShock 1 and 2, being under the sea and experiencing the claustrophobicness of not being able to go anywhere and do anywhere, almost feeling suffocated under the ocean, to now having the breath of fresh air of being in the sky. It's absolutely amazing. There is nothing in this game that takes you out of being a part of Colombia. There's nothing that I can point to and be like, that doesn't look like it should be up here. The enemies of Rapture are the peacekeepers. They are essentially brought about by the ruling class of the city to essentially stomp out the revolution. Being a steampunk world, you would expect that all the enemies have steampunk abilities. Your weapons are almost steampunk-esque. The enemies that you face all seem straight out of a steampunk world, where you have robotic machine guns coming at you, or humans with steam literally pouring out of them, and mechanical arms that don't seem to function properly but do a lot of damage. A lot of abilities just being steam-based, from fire projectiles to robot dogs to a literal mechanical bird creature that is just made out of steam and mechanics. Let's move into the spoiler of this game. So, for all of you who have not played the BioShock series, now is your time to stop, leave, go play, and then come back. BioShock Infinite wraps up the whole series into this nice little bow of convoluted storytelling to finally tell you what has been going on in all three games. BioShock Infinite is a time-traveling game. It's a time-traveling, multi-dimensional, universe-splitting game where Elizabeth is at the heart of everything, and our main character, DeWitt, is basically just a time traveler. This game is only available on Steam. Is there a lot going on in this game? Yes. But do you feel the love that was put into this game? No. I can't say that. It's a really good game for what it is, but it doesn't feel like it fits into the BioShock universe. This would be a really great fourth title to the BioShock series. Not so much BioShock 3.